Hello, Karen here. I have another listening practice video for you today. We're going to be listening to a woman and she's talking about CPR training. CPR is a medical term and it stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation, which is what people do. You see it in movies all the time. When a person's heart stops and they stop breathing, then someone else comes and pushes on their chest and breathes into their mouth to try and get their heart going again and to help them start breathing again. I have two questions for you today. Who in particular does she say should receive CPR training? And how many people have a current CPR qualification? A current CPR qualification means that you finished your CPR training recently. So your qualification is still valid, it's still okay, and people will still accept your qualification. You have to keep training regularly, maybe once a year, to make sure that your qualification continues to remain valid. I'll play the file 4 times for you as per usual. I'll play it once at normal speed first, then twice at a slightly slower speed, and then one more time at the normal speed again. And then afterwards, we can talk about a few things that she says today. Okay, let's go.
We found that a survey that was done, 95% of Australians felt that CPR training should be mandatory for everyone, and parents in particular, pool owners, but less than 1/3 of people actually have a current CPR qualification. And we know that things can go wrong at any time, any place. So having this knowledge is literally a life-saving skill. We found that a survey that was done, 95% of Australians felt that CPR training should be mandatory for everyone, and parents in particular, pool owners, but less than 1/3 of people actually have a current CPR qualification. And we know that things can go wrong at any time, any place. So having this knowledge is literally a life-saving skill. We found that a survey that was done, 95% of Australians felt that CPR training should be mandatory for everyone, and parents in particular, pool owners, but less than 1/3 of people actually have a current CPR qualification. And we know that things can go wrong at any time, any place. So having this knowledge is literally a life-saving skill. We found that a survey that was done, 95% of Australians felt that CPR training should be mandatory for everyone, and parents in particular, pool owners, but less than 1/3 of people actually have a current CPR qualification. And we know that things can go wrong at any time, any place. So having this knowledge is literally a life-saving skill.
We found that a survey that was done, 95% of Australians felt that CPR training should be mandatory for everyone, and parents in particular, pool owners, but less than 1/3 of people actually have a current CPR qualification. And we know that things can go wrong at any time, any place. So having this knowledge is literally a life-saving skill. Now let's talk about a few things that she said. 95% of Australians felt that CPR training should be mandatory for everyone.
95% of Australians felt that CPR training should be mandatory for everyone.
Mandatory. This is similar to compulsory, which means that you have to do something because of a rule. So, for example, it might be compulsory to wear a school uniform in your school. So the rules in your school say that all the students have to wear a school uniform. We usually use mandatory when we're talking about the law, the rules in a particular country. And we have to follow these rules. And because we usually use mandatory when we're talking about the law, mandatory feels stronger than compulsory. For example, there might be a mandatory prison sentence if you commit a crime that's really serious. Or maybe military service in your country might be mandatory. So you might have to do military training for a few months once you turn 18. Is military service mandatory in your country? Here in this survey, almost all the Australians surveyed felt that CPR training should be mandatory for everyone. They felt that everyone should have CPR training.
95% of Australians felt that CPR training should be mandatory for everyone.
And parents in particular, pool owners. So parents and pool owners especially should receive mandatory CPR training. But less than 1/3, so this fraction, less than 1/3 of people actually have a current CPR qualification.
And parents in particular, pool owners, but less than 1/3 of people actually have a current CPR qualification.
So what's the answer to my first question today? Who in particular does she say should receive CPR training? Parents and pool owners. And how many people have a current CPR qualification? Less than 1/3.
And parents in particular, pool owners, but less than 1/3 of people actually have a current CPR qualification.
And then she said, and we know that things can go wrong at any time, any place.
We know that things can go wrong at any time, any place.
Go wrong. This idiom has the word wrong in it, and wrong means not correct, not okay, or not suitable. So you can use this to talk about something that stops working or when there are problems with it. For example, you might have seen a message that looks something like this. Websites will show you this if there's a problem with that page and it won't load for some reason, so the information won't show on the screen. You can also have things go wrong in a business. So maybe things started to go wrong when they hired a new CEO, the highest position in the company. So the company started to have problems after they hired this new CEO. Or how about your day? I was late to work because my train was late. I missed an important meeting because I didn't put it in my calendar. And my boss was really upset with me because I missed the meeting. And then I realized that I lost my wallet, probably sometime this morning, because of all the problems getting to work. What else can go wrong today? Here she said, we know that things can go wrong at any time, any place. So she's saying that problems or mistakes can happen at any time, anywhere.
We know that things can go wrong at any time, any place.
And then she said, so having this knowledge is literally a life-saving skill.
So having this knowledge is literally a life-saving skill.
Literally. This is an interesting adverb because it has two meanings. But the first meaning is actually the opposite of the second meaning. The adjective is literal, which means the basic original meaning of a word. So some words can have other meanings, but it's still related to the basic meaning. So literally is used to emphasize what you're saying, to show that it's really true. I literally have 50 cents in the bank. So if I showed you my bank statement, you'll see that there really is only 50 cents in my bank account. So I really want to tell you just how poor I am. Or if you're on your way to your friend's place, but you're an hour late, so he calls you and asks you where you are, you might say, "I'm literally outside your front door," and you press his doorbell. So you're actually just outside his front door. You're really outside his front door. Now, the second way that literally can be used is to emphasize what you're saying, just like the first way, but what you're saying can't be true. Let me give you a few examples. When he told me that he was breaking up with me, so he was ending our relationship, my heart literally broke into a million pieces. My heart did not actually break into a million pieces, even though it might have felt like it did. So I want to show you just how sad I am. So I used literally in this way. Or you're at a concert and the stadium is packed. It's full of people. Someone might say, "Wow, there are literally a billion people here." There aren't a billion people in the stadium. They just want to emphasize how many people there are in this stadium.
So having this knowledge is literally a life-saving skill.
And life-saving. It has life and saving, so save. So this is all about saving someone's life. So it could be a life-saving operation on their heart, for example. It's all about the heart today, isn't it? I have a lot of examples about the heart. I've said in previous videos that Australian beaches can be very dangerous. And during busy periods, like in summer, the lifesavers, the volunteers, they'll help the lifeguards and make sure that the beaches continue to be safe for everyone. Actually, I did a whole video on how to stay safe at Australian beaches. It was a while ago, so you probably haven't seen it. I'll put a link to that video at the end of this one and also down in the description below. I used some more advanced words and phrases in that video, so you might learn some more things in that video, not just about how to stay safe at Australian beaches. A lifesaver can also be someone or something that helps you when you're in a very bad or difficult situation. They might literally save your life, but they don't have to. For example, maybe you're carrying $5,000 in cash in your bag. I don't know why you'd be carrying around that much money in cash. But anyway, you get the idea. You have a lot of money in your bag, but you leave your bag in the taxi, for example. But the taxi driver actually gets out of his car and gives you your bag. So you can say to him, "Oh, thanks so much, you're a lifesaver." Now, he didn't save your life. You weren't going to die if you left your bag in his car. Unless you're a criminal, which I hope you're not, then maybe he did literally save your life. But let's assume that you're not. So he didn't save your life. He just saved you from a bad situation. Losing $5,000 is pretty bad. It's a lot of money to lose. Anyway, so here we're talking about being able to save people's lives because you know CPR. Because knowing CPR is a skill that can literally, it can really save people's lives.
So having this knowledge is literally a life-saving skill.
We learnt some more advanced words today and we talked about an idiom as well. So please give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. I would really appreciate it. Let's listen to her one more time at the normal speed.
We found that a survey that was done, 95% of Australians felt that CPR training should be mandatory for everyone, and parents in particular, pool owners, but less than 1/3 of people actually have a current CPR qualification. And we know that things can go wrong at any time, any place. So having this knowledge is literally a life-saving skill.
Thank you for watching today, and here is that link to my earlier video where I talk about staying safe at Australian beaches. I'll see you in that video.